Hi, so I have a camera now, sort of. It's on my cell phone, and I'm just going to edit the video over the game and hope it's good. Anyways, welcome to the clubhouse. I promise you these sandwich jokes are only gonna get better or worse over time. Probably worse, because I love puns. Despite in the last episode not liking the puns from the comic book. Anyways, we're gonna play Edith Finch again. I think we've got a decent way through the game. I think we're a little over halfway. I'm very excited. I love this game. I have seen it before. Just never played it myself. But yeah. I guess let's continue on with what remains of Edith Finch and the very sad story that we're about to see. Okay, let's get back into this. This is like the super sad story I've seen before. Not particularly excited to see this. It's going to be sad.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny would
Yeah, there's not even Edith has anything to say to that. Oh my gosh. Gregory was literally only one. That's so sad. That was so weird. Was like Kay, I think her name was? That's so weird to see another person. Oh, but that's so sad.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus. Oh. Okay. I keep clicking the wrong button.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
WASD. No. So much easier to leave a mess.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
I wish my kite would stay up like this. It's easier. Where's the next? Ooh, I am stuck. Oh. Stuck.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, "We don't need a stepmom," were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
I hate weddings there. I've been too excited to just enjoy it at this point. Oh, right. God, this game is so pretty. I don't think I've said that enough.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Did we get... Oh my gosh. That's where all the trees are in those trees?
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Why can't I get that to go? Can I get the words good? I'm very confused. Am I being dumb here? I think I'm being dumb.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't, until we found you.
Oh, Imagine finding your dead kid on your wedding day.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Oh. That's cute. That's gotta be harsh. Imagine, like, having, like, one of the happiest days, like, ever, and then you find your dead kid. Jeez Louise. Race flag. Well, if they wrote it right, it'd be 0730, but. Race flag, 7:30, breakfast, 8. Quiet time, 11. Duties, Dawn, sweep trash, Gus, mop, mow yard, Greg, be a baby. Yeah.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Oh, this is pretty. Ooh, incense.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Oh, that's cute. Copy passport for volunteer center, meet with relief rep, after school teaching, pack, fly to India.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
Oh, that's terrifying.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go.
Imagine living in these upper levels, like.
I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Edith, Barbara, Molly, Sam, Calvin, Gus, Sven, Odin, Gregory. Lewis rules. Miss Finch, Edith, Lewis, Milton. Great job.
But it didn't last.
God, that's a view. Oh. That's a gorgeous view. Holy crap. Scientific method. Observe, question, research, hypothesis. I can't read. Experiment, data, conclusion. That is the actual scientific method. That's really cool.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Oh. Girl, we're pregnant. We shouldn't be. This looks so unstable. This is cool though. That's weird. I can't say this stuff how pretty this game is. I can't. This game is just gorgeous. Sorry, that was weird.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Oh, hang on. It wants me to. That was weird. I swear I know how to game. Maybe.
was 4 when Milton disappeared.
I stuck on something.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
That's unfortunate.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Well, that's a cool effect. Forcing me to go forward and then come back to continue the rest of that's really cool. I like when games do that. Like, it's your own free will to move and stuff, but it also still, like, directs you without disturbing the game. I think I said this in the last episode. It's very cool that almost no matter where you look in the game, I mean, obviously for a few spots, but at some point during everybody's story, you see the old house. I don't know if I'm reading too much into the scenes or whatnot, but I think that's super cool. That's in almost every story, no matter where you look, you'll end up seeing the old house.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself.
That's rough.
After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
This is nuts. Can't go up that way. This is cool though, as like terrifying and as terrified as I would be. This is really cool. This setup here. It's nice. This is me moving my mouse.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Oh. No, I didn't mean that. I was just looking, game. I wasn't. Okay. Itself, don't turn around. Is it gonna repeat it? Okay.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Oh. I should show that. You don't want to get demonetized already. I'm not even famous. I'm not even popular enough to get demonetized, but just still. Ooh, therapy. Oh, I knew it.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats and toads.
Sorry.
And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won.
Mario reference.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Oh, whoa.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on. In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
Beautiful prince.
beautiful prince.
Beautiful beard.
The prince was on his own quest for sinister serpents. He followed the sound of his electric sitar. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Whoa.
He began to forget the world we know.
Is that us? Is that Lewis? That's cool.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him.
Our shadow. We have a cape. Oh, we're... Oh, that's...
Even
we're
after he
Lewis
said
right
he was
now.
being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
Is that Ollie? Yeah, that's
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising.
I could.
His prince waiting, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head. And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
He got his head chopped off. In a fish factory. What? Okay, but we've reached the 30-minute mark. So let me just get out of this real quick. A quick game. Make sure you want to quit. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much for watching another video. I'm really awkward at this, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm so awkward when it comes to doing stuff like this. I have not the slightest inkling of if I'm doing anything right or wrong. So the people who do watch, do please comment, you know, giving me tips and tricks. I take any criticism, I will, as long as it's nice. I will cry. But yeah, I'm Jay. Thank you so much for stopping by the clubhouse, and I'll see you guys later.